Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. I've got a bit of a thing in my throat. Hopefully you can hear me okay, but it's looking like the start of a cold. Starting us off today is 243 Wise Crossing. It's 4079. It's a Linwell end unit townhouse. It's 16, I'm going to say 1680, something like that, square feet. Now, when you go inside, hardwood floors. It's actually a nice floor plan. The kitchen looks great. The hardwood's a good color. And then there's 3 bedrooms upstairs plus a laundry room right at the top of the stairs right here. The problem with this one, or I say problem, whatever it is, the thing about this one is that I believe it's this home right here. And what we don't see in Google Maps is there's a Scotiabank right here. There's a no frills, so it's really there's commercial right around this one. So that's going to be a tricky sale. For this size of home, the same one sold that was not an end unit for I think 387 or something like that a couple months ago. It's going to be a bit of a battle. There was one on a huge pie-shaped lot that was priced at that on a nice quiet street. Actually, they were priced higher. They sold for around that number, so they're going to have a real tough time at 4079. I think the first number has to be a 3 there. Beaver Court 439.9, and so the neat thing about these ones is they can make great investment properties because you usually have a walkout level on the back, so they actually kind of come down a bit. And there's a lot of space in here. There's really, these homes are easily over 2,000 square feet of living space, no question about it, and pretty much in line with what they've been selling for. I think there was one in the area that sold recently for somewhere around this price. It might have been a little bit less, but all in, it's good for a double car garage in a good neighborhood. There's great schools nearby. I'd say, hey, jump all over it for that price. McFerrin is 459. It's basically one big room on the main floor, and then you've got your kitchen, and it's decently upgraded. A hardwood landing upstairs, 4 bedrooms, double garage. Really, at 459, like I don't know what else you can get for that money that represents much better value than that. Ramshaw is at 569. It's a Scotswood model. We have the same model for sale right around the corner at 547. I think our version looks better, so it's 632trudeau.com. You've got some hardwood floors here. This shows pretty well. I've seen it in person. One of the things too is the fluorescent lights. Do you see how there's that almost sort of bluish green color that comes off of them? Our advice whenever we go through a home with people is get rid of those curly lights, put the incandescent, put the round bulbs in. It tends to create a warmer light within a home. These can be very institutional, the fluorescent lights. So front living, dining, kitchen, family room, and then there's 4 bedrooms upstairs. And they have done some work in the basement. That's one thing that they've certainly put some money into the supplies there. When I saw this home, it wasn't fully finished, so there are elements that are finished. It might be something where the supplies are there, but I always look at this, and I mentioned this on previous episodes. If somebody's half finished anything in the house, basement, any projects, and they're selling, you gotta believe there's something else prompting the move, that why didn't they finish? It's a very interesting question to ask. That one there's about 2,350 square feet. Silver Court 574.8. We're talking about a little bit more than 2,500 square feet. Front living dining room. You've got your kitchen, actually very nice looking kitchen. Strange though that they have an upgraded countertop here, but they actually have the normal laminated counter there. So dark hardwood there in the family room, but not the front living dining. There's that area, the loft area is just outside the master. A lot of people use it as an office or sometimes even a little kids playroom. I would say 574.8 for this one. Historically, we've seen this model hit this price. I think they're going to have a tough time given what they're competing against. And then we've got Ellington at 629. It may be facing Louis St. Laurent. I'm not sure about that. But Ellington generally is a very bike-friendly, very street hockey-friendly street. If you don't live on Ellington, I would say most people have never been on that street. You've got a double garage in the back. It's like 3,500 square feet. I think it's a terrific layout. A couple wall sconces here, which really sort of warms up the space. You've got a family room plus a breakfast area. Mattamy had this home as a model home. And the master has a separate area here. This room here is actually, it's a raised room that actually steps down to, you can see there's an ensuite washroom. So this is really like having a second family room. And if you have older parents that live with you, it can be a really good thing. So 5 bedrooms, basically 2 of them have ensuite bathrooms. The rest of them are great size. It's a huge upstairs on this one. You can see the nice turret room there. And it's on a 50 by 100 foot lot, which I think is really, it's one of the bigger lots you'll see from the builders in town. What they were doing before this was either a 46 by 80 or they were actually doing a 56 by 80. So seeing a 50 by 100, an extra 20 feet on 80 feet makes a big difference. So these are some of the best lots you'll find in the whole neighborhood, unless you're obviously seeing the big pie-shaped one. So $629 for a 3,500 square foot home that actually looks like it's in good shape. It's got some upgrades. I would say this is probably the Chuck pick of the day. It might even be the Chuck pick of the month. I think it's a great deal. You've got stuff listed at $650, $680, $750, the same size as this one. So $629, awesome deal. It's going to put pressure on some of the guys that are floating around the 6 that are 2,700 square feet. You're getting a much more substantial home here, and obviously the 5th bedroom. So anyways, that's the list for today. If you have any questions, give us a call. I think there are certain advantages definitely to looking at homes in this kind of market. You don't always find the same selection of homes, but you can find some good opportunities and some good deals. So anyways, that's my phone going off. I got to run. I'll see you tomorrow.